So they're both doing fairly well here. Take a look over at Division 2 for just a second. We'll talk about that one. We aren't streaming any games from them today, but we have a four-way tie currently for first. It'll be the U-Crew, Al Kappa, Exodus, and Freidenlund, which is the hardest name to pronounce possible, coming in with 10 points. We'll talk about Division 1 in a second, folks, because we'll have one of those matches coming up here. But it looks like Teamus Weamus and Rocketpuff Girls are ready to roll. I'm ready to kick this one off. Jay, let's do it.
Indeed, here we are. Kick off for the first matchup of the series. It will be Teamus Weamus versus the Rocketpuff Girls. As Wrong Way Woody will be able to get the first kick off immediately, trying to take control. Alex will try and back on through. But so far, it'll be slow plays as we do start things off here. Over towards the blue corner. Ali is going to see if he can try it. Feed it all the way over towards Woody. No defensive coming out. Fortunately, Jamal does save that shot there. So good defensive coming out from Rocketpuff so far. Mojo's going to go for a shot. The goal's open, but fortunately a triple commit might just save it. It won't. Instead, Mojo will score the first in just 30 seconds of this matchup.
Confusion in the box sets up a good opportunity for the Rocketpuff. You actually see a double elimination of the players there from the defense trying to go in and make that one happen. Alex is bumped away from the play on that. 1-0 here, 30 seconds in. It's a good start, but I wouldn't say that was necessarily for the Rocketpuff Girls so much as Teamus Weamus just didn't have the coordination on defense.
Yeah, definitely the overcommitment. However, they will try and see if they can try and back off the backboard. Mojo disrupts the ball's path. Going to send it straight over towards the Weamus side of the pitch now. Challenging two players over towards that corner, and now once again we'll see all three try and set up for the defensive. It bounces off the corner, gets centered. Fortunately, it will be Teamus Weamus that will disrupt. But even so, shots are still being taken by the Rocketpuff side. And so far, they will try and set themselves up. Use challenging, gets it out of the way. There's no defensive, so here we go. It will be Teamus Weamus scoring up there first. And, well, generally poor defense coming out from both teams will even this game up.
This was an overcommit also on the offensive push. You saw Jamal and Mr. Craftman going in for the same play at the same time. A little bit of a lack of communication on that one gives an opportunity for a wide open shot. No one back on the rotations as well. That's a communication issue that we're seeing here on Rocketpuff. They're going to have to rectify that fairly quickly.
Definitely. Teamus Weamus now will take control over towards the Rocketpuff corner. Alex chimes on through. Jamal gets it out the way. And Wrong Way will also see if he can try and back on the backboard. No one's there to follow it up this time. Alex will try and hit a shot off the backboard. Alex chimes on through, but he can't land the full angle. And as a result, that should enable Rocketpuff Girls to take control. However, it doesn't happen today. Instead, Wrong Way Woody will be able to get that shot in regardless. 2-1 in favor of Teamus Weamus.
Alley-oops with the alley-oop. Alex takes a second shot at it, and Wrong Way is there for the finish. That's a 1-2-3 closer and sets up a very nice play here. Defense is a little taken aback. The full crash into the play when Teamus Weamus sees the opportunity to strike. It's absolutely critical that you make sure you take advantage of those, and it was a good opportunity for him. It's MB Craftman. Nice play here off the backboard and bumped back over to the perimeter into the orange zone. And it's an opportunity now, a minute 30 seconds into the match. We're already back over.
Off the backboard for the Rocketpuff Girls, but nothing coming in. Still Teamus Weamus will try to take control until Jamal tries a shot off the post. It doesn't work out for them. Unfortunately, Teamus Weamus able to get it out of their control before they can do any more damage, but the overcommitment might hurt them. Finally, Mojo will be able to get himself in towards the goal. A shot from Alex isn't able to land, and as a result, a good opportunity from Teamus Weamus opened up and failed there. Two players in goal will get that ball straight back out of the way and into the Rocketpuff Girls' control.
There's a good defense here, and they're fighting a contested corner. It's on target and not enough. Defense will force this one back out. It's been solid defense holding off the Rocketpuff Girls a little bit earlier here, and it just doesn't seem like it's been easy for Teamus Weamus to put shots on goal, but they had a couple decent passes in front. There's nothing really to execute on at this point.
And now Rocketpuff Girls will take control. Alex will challenge, not going to find anything so far. Ali will challenge as well, but even so, it will be Teamus Weamus lining up a nice shot. Ali is going to be able to just about grab the assist because, again, the overcommitment from Rocketpuff Girls will cost them this time. Too many players too far forward, and it just enabled Wrong Way Woody to pop that right in the back, and nothing that Mr. Craftman can do here. 3-1, it favors Teamus Weamus. They're on a bit of a roll here.
You know, Mojo going in for the play, or Mojo, goodness gracious, I could pronounce that either way, and I shall the entire game. Went in for the challenge and almost had a touch on that. Being mere pixels off from the play, though, sets him up for a big loss there on defense. I think his team was a little bit trusting on that one, and when he wasn't able to make an effect on the play, it did set up a big momentum shift there in favor of Rocketpuff Girls. Or sorry, Teamus Weamus.
2 minutes on the clock now. Teamus Weamus looking to take control off the backboard. Mr. Craftman gets it out the way. Fortunately, Alex is there to get it bouncing off the corner. All the players are so close towards the Rocketpuff goal. Now excuse me, he's going to be getting himself back over towards the defensive. Disrupts the ball from Mr. Craftman, but it will be Jamal coming in to try and support. Mojo sets up a shot, can't find it. And so far, Teamus Weamus will be able to get off scot-free so far. Once again, over-aggression may cost them. Two players still sitting back towards the defensive. Jamal bounces it off the Rocketpuff girls' wall, going for a shot. There's Alias, but he can't find it. It's a little bit too far to the left. And now Wrong Way will try to set up a shot. It is actually going straight in without even a defensive coming out from the Rocketpuff girls. 4-1, Teamus Weamus on a huge roll, and Rocketpuff girls, well, now the mountain is starting to form with 1:19 on the clock. They do have to find at least 3 goals here to take it to overtime.
Jay, it looked like it was going to be a solid clear here coming in from the Rocketpuff girls. They just didn't maintain possession on that. You saw Jamal getting back into the defensive position, but at that point, Wrong Way had already seen the opportunity to strike yet again. These on-target attempts over and over again. It's difficult for the defense to be able to turn back around on these, and it doesn't seem like Rocketpuff has been cohesive in terms of how they want to manage their clears and moving forward for the counterplay yet.
Jamal's going to take control, puts it over towards the center. He might try and see if he can dribble it in. Fortunately, there's 2 players there who will set up the defensive. Mojo goes for a shot, and finally Rocketpuff goals will start chiming back, 2-4. And well, it's going to be a start at least. They have got a lot of work to do if they want to try and bring it back against Teamus Weamus. 2 more goals to find, 53 seconds to find them. And we'll see how well they do here in kickoff.
It seems that in terms of game 1 so far, that the defense on both sides has been a little bit lacking in terms of how they want to manage their clear situations. You saw Alex going in for the stop on that one, pops it up in the air, and it actually sets up for too much hang time and a lot of opportunity space here for Rocketpuff girls to execute on. It's just, you can't set up dangerous plays like that for your opponent. You need to make sure that you're clearing out to the lines or that you have an idea about where you're going to be passing the play. Simply hitting the ball without any idea about where it's going to be going is going to set you up for a little bit of complication, especially when you're in defensive stances where the full opponent is going to be crashing into your box.
Yeah, definitely, and it might cost them big time here. 20 seconds on the clock for Rocketpuff girls to get a couple goals in, and so far it will just be the static shots coming in from Wrong Way, and Alex follows it up to bring the 5th point to Teamus Weamus. 15 seconds on the clock. It looks like it might be too far gone for Rocketpuff girls, and just almost just the BMs coming through on the blue side. It's just, it seems like Teamus Weamus have had a massive hold of this matchup so far, and it looks like they might run their way on through with just 15 seconds left on the clock. Rocketpuff girls will try to take control, but once again, Wrong Way just able to disrupt the ball. 5-2. 1 more goal could come in from Mojo, but again, can't find the angles, as it looks like Teamus Weamus will take the first matchup at 5-2.
Good start here coming in for Teamus Weamus. So we saw a couple different plays. I would say that when, in terms of how they're managing their offense, they're giving Woody a lot of space to kind of do what he needs to do in terms of either tagging in from the box and just waiting patiently. The last goal was actually him simply redirecting by sitting his car in one spot. And meanwhile, and then also the second shot he took on goal was directly from the sidewall to where the defense actually handed him the ball essentially and had no turnaround for the play. So all in all, Teamus Weamus just seems to be giving Woody a lot of space to do what he needs to do, and then they can set up him with a little bit more support. Rocketpuff girls, they've had a couple attempts. Their second goal came in from a little bit of a misplay in the box from Teamus Weamus, and they can't expect to play off of small mistakes. They need to be able to make executions on their own. And it doesn't seem like they've been able to do that. They've been disrupted consistently on their passing play. And it's been difficult. They want to give Mojo the ball, and it just doesn't seem like that they're able to nearly as often as they would like.
Yeah, definitely. And just really quickly to touch on this point of the defensive, because we were talking about very early on in this matchup how the defense from both teams seemed to be very, very poor, and it cost them a lot of big goals.